Ladies and gentlemen, it is day 2 of the Shared Skies season, and we're going to go ahead and do some GBL battles, and I wanted to go as fast as possible through the battles, so I decided to use this team, and obviously it's a team known from last season, so I wanted to showcase it here on this channel since we've never showcased it before. It's going to be the Bastiodon, Wigglytuff, Shadow Dragonair team. So Shadow Dragonair is kind of your safe swap, but the kind of goal of the team is hoping that Bastiodon gets through a lot of the matchups in the lead, and then that you can just sort of pin things down in the back. And basically, I even said it in my best teams video, and I had this team on there. It's kind of like you have to figure out which one of your Mon is going to be the best case scenario against your opponent's team, and you may not have all that information of their team, but you have to figure out which one's going to do the best because that's the one that you're going to basically shield. And the other two are going to be fodder, hopefully getting one Mon down, and then the two shields can hopefully let one Mon take two other of their Mon down. I've never really played this type of team, but I figure I must show people on the channel so that if they like this type of team, they have the ability to see it before using it, and that's kind of like what I would like to do here on the channel. So let me spin my dust so that you don't have to, or make you decide that you do want to. So before we get into the channel, if you haven't, definitely hit the subscribe button. Even if you think you have, go ahead and check right now. A lot of people say that they thought they were subbed and then they found out they're not. So go ahead and look and sub if you want to, and let's go ahead and just get into these battles. Movesets and everything there on the left side, everything's pretty standard. Actually, I think it's all standard, so not going to have to go over those. Yeah, Bastiodon against Mantine. Obviously, this is a good lead for us. They're probably going to swap. They do switch into a Grassmon. The best answer we have to Superior is Dragonair, so if they safe swap into something like Lantern, that's also like Dragonair's bread and butter. I do think in this matchup, oh no, it must not be this one. One of them, I do throw on some bad timing. But since they shielded, that's great for us because I know I can shield here in the back. And we have to just remember that they get to Aerial Ace in 5. Oh, it might have been this one. I think I got some lag here. And yeah, I didn't end up throwing here. And I was like, what? But the thing, it's not even necessarily lag. It's like the catch up where they're like 1, 2. And then you're like, oh, well, I didn't get to throw on good timing there because all of a sudden the moves came in at a weird pace. So this is pretty bad for me, but at least I know I don't need shields in the Bastiodon against Mantine matchup. But now I'm in a situation where I really need Wigglytuff to be decent against the back, which, to be fair, it is pretty good against a lot of things. Not a lot of poison in this meta. I think Clodsire is the worst case scenario for Wigglytuff. Oh, well, no, Skarmory is the worst case. Skarmory or Bastiodon. And then as far as poison is concerned, it's Clodsire. Those are pretty unwinnable matchups, so definitely don't want to get caught in those. Ends up being a Quagsire, which is great. I know I'm going to get to this Icy Wind. They do throw on bad timing, and it's weird because I know I'm going to get to this move. But I'm just going to throw the move too, because if they do get to a third move here, I'm definitely going to lose this game. So might as well lower the attack, let Bastiodon try to take this Quagsire down while being debuffed for a little bit at least. They're going to be stuck in here for maybe like 6-7 seconds, so we're going to try to just fast attack down. They do decide not to throw a move, which is very good by them. If this is Water Pulse and the Mud Bomb, okay, it ends up being Bubble Beam. I think that if it's Bubble Beam, they're going to get 2 off here. If it was Water Pulse, this game would be really close. I guess we'll see here at the end how much HP we have, because they're definitely at a Mud Bomb, which is double super effective. It would have been close. I think we still would have lived. Water Pulse, even though it was buffed, not going to be doing that much extra damage compared to the 2 Bubble Beams. And we don't care that our attack is debuffed because they're obviously at like 1 HP. Yeah, they're like 5% HP. Venusaur matchup's a little weird. So the Shadow Venusaur is the scary one. Regular Venusaur, I'm not too scared of this one. We could lose, but I'm probably not. It depends how low we get it, I guess. I know that one of these will definitely basically KO. But I'm wondering if I'll even shield it all. I definitely want to take a shield advantage, but also it's fine. We're going to live this one. I don't think we'll live the next one, so it's going to take 3, whereas the Shadow one only takes 2. And yeah, the Shadow one definitely wins the 1 shield. I guess I could let it go and farm down with Dragonair, and then assume that Wigglytuff is going to be good against the back because we have a Poisonmon here in the front. So I think that's the scenario I'm going down. I'm deciding that my 2 shields going to be better on the Wigglytuff than trying to win switch, which, to be fair, if we had won switch here, we would have had the Wigglytuff into the Altaria. It looks like it would have been fine either way, so yeah. Bastiodon would have done insane against this team, though. They might have actually shielded if we gone for it. And that's a scenario I don't want to get into because then they can go for a lot of extra farm because Bastiodon to get to its moves takes a long time. And it wasn't like we were going to farm down that Venusaur, so they probably would have gotten to a second Frenzy Plant and really threatened another shield. So I think not shielding in the front ended up saving me both shields in the end, which is interesting. And then Altaria not really going to be doing anything into this Wigglytuff. We double resist Dragon Breath on a Fairy type here. Annihilate lead. Worst case scenario, I'm going to switch into Dragonair. And I'm going to try to flip switch, but the thing is if they shield, we cannot flip this switch. But they end up not shielding, and it comes down to basically IVs. My IVs on Shadow Dragonair I know are terrible. I don't know exactly what they are, but I know it was the only one I had. And then they switch right back into the Annihilate. So they're going to be stuck in this matchup for the next 15 seconds after this move, probably. More than that. They're actually stuck in here forever. So, yeah, we're just going to go ahead and farm down. Make sure not to wait the clock if they're stuck. If your opponent is stuck on time, don't give them the out of having 10 extra seconds. So ends up being a Lantern here. I end up going for Icy Wind, and then I'm probably going to switch right into the Bastiodon. Basically just lowering the surf damage that's possibly going to come in. They know what's up. I mean, they have 2 shields. Also, another reason for me not to do it is because they have the 2 shields. They're probably going to shield anyways. But we have Bastiodon. We're going to see. I want to see how much the surf does. Basically going to take like 5 surfs to KO me. Plus I have 2 shields. So 7 surfs to KO Bastiodon. You're not going to make it to 7 surfs. I'm just going to... I end up throwing the move here, and I know that this is a mistake. I've thought about it even a second after, and I was like, well, that was just dumb. I can obviously just go for the farm down here. I still have the Wigglytuff. We're in fast attack mode. To make sure you don't make the same mistake I did here. It doesn't really affect this game too much because obviously we're in such a commanding position, but let's not play wrong. They end up coming in with the Poliwrath here. I have the Wigglytuff. You do survive a Scald, and they just leave. Some of the games are like that. I had way more than one of those games, so I think I showcase another game that's like that, but obviously I want the video to not have a ton of games that are just RPS like that, but I do want to show some of them because it tells hopefully y'all that like the members of this channel that some of your games are just going to be auto wins, but to be fair, some of your games are going to be auto losses. So you need to know going into this team that they could have an Annihilate in the front. You swap to Dragonair and they have Wigglytuff or who knows another Steel type, a Bastiodon of their own. So they end up coming in with the Gligar here. Now, Gligar is going to be the strongest thing against my Bastiodon, so I need to make sure that I don't lose this Wigglytuff. I end up trying to catch here on the Bastiodon just to take its energy. Oh, yeah, this is the last Mon left, I think. Oh, no, they do have the Annihilate. I wanted to catch the energy there because Annihilate's energy is not going to do too much, I think, to the Wigglytuff. And if I can somehow make it to a move, I'll at least do damage. But I want the Bastiodon to not be at full life for this massive, massive farm down from Annihilate. I'd rather take that dig, lose like 40% of my HP, and then come in with the Wigglytuff and just go for the farm down here. And then the Gligar should be, I think, in 2 charm range. Yeah, so I don't even want to throw the Icy Wind because that'll give them an extra move through. We just want to go for the fast attacks. All right, Skarmory lead into Dragonair. I think this is another one of those games where... Oh, wait, does he stay in? No way. I think this is one of the games where someone leaves. No, he's just staying. Okay. Against the Skarmory, I could go for the Icy Wind. And at the last second, I think about going for it, and I'm glad I didn't get it off there because now we're stuck in this matchup for a long time. It's, again, what I just said about the opponent being in a clock disadvantage. Don't give him the out. Obviously, I tried to give him the out, and luckily the game saved me from doing that. So I'm going to just go for a lot of energy here. I can throw that into the next Mon, hopefully take a shield, because right now we don't have that shield advantage for Dragonair against the back Mon, and I kind of want that shield advantage a lot. So we end up getting the shield here, and I almost am out of move here, and I don't really need another move for this Skarmory. I can farm this down later with Bastiodon, and they end up coming with the Grass Mon. I go for the fire damage here, and that's going to just be GG. They do end up shielding, but maybe this is the game where I do the timing wrong here. Whatever. We can just shield through the superior. I think I do the timing bad here. If I remember right, they get a move through. I don't know. There actually was a lot of lag today. What's today? Yeah, it's Sunday. So I don't know if y'all are playing. Actually, I just played these games like an hour ago. You will get through your games super fast, 100%. So yeah, hopefully, maybe it's because it's the beginning of the season. A lot of people are playing right now. Okay, no, I was like, is today Community Day? No, it's not. I think it's next week on the 9th. All right, and you do want to play that Community Day Gudra with Thunder Punch. Going to be so good. All right, Mantine here in the front obviously is really good for us. I'm gonna get a drink of water here. They end up switching into the Annihilate. We switch into the hard counter, obviously. So a lot of people aren't really running Ice Punch either, which is the only move that's actually going to be able to hit Wigglytuff. This guy was running Ice Punch. Now, it's not too concerning. It takes them a long time to get to it. That would have been the Ice Punch right there, but obviously the Charm taking it out. I end up just going for the damaging move here. I don't want to reduce its damage. I mean, I kind of just want to do as much damage as I can. Right now, we do have a shield advantage, and I'm hoping that I can get some sort of other advantage here in the back. We are going to be able to see the last Mon. He actually gets a Shadow Claw down on a Wigglytuff, which is crazy because it's 2 times resisted. But obviously we were super low. And then I'm just going to go for no shields here. Or rather, no charge attacks. I'm not going to try to take any shields because they obviously have 2. And yeah, we can just fast attack this down, and that's GG. Altaria in the front. Don't care about this Mon at all. All our Mon are decent against it. Well, so 2 of our Mon hard counter it. And the other is a basically just even matchup. I think we have a slight advantage with Dragonair because you get to your moves faster. Again, with Bastiodon, you don't care about any of the moves coming through. They end up having a Cresselia switch here in the back, which, to be fair, Cresselia is not the worst thing in the world against Bastiodon. I mean, it's much better than Altaria against Bastiodon because obviously taking neutral damage, and you're actually able to do neutral damage back, which with Altaria you're obviously not able to do because Dragon Breath is resisted, Sky Attack resisted, Moonblast, Dazzling Gleam, all resisted. I think it also has Dragon Pulse, also resisted. So yeah, I'm like, I'll just take this matchup all the way through. And Altaria, again, we already did some damage to it, so Dragonair are going to have the lead on it in the neutral matchup. So yeah, going to be able to handle this Altaria easily in the back. And I live another Grass Knot here. I was going to say Dragon Knot. We're obviously gonna live this, and I think still get the farm down. Oh, they end up throwing again. I'll just let it go. I could come in with either Mon. I guess I'm gonna just start getting a lead here with Dragonair, hopefully to get to a move if they do come back in with the they do have Annihilate. And then I know that Wigglytuff's good against both of those, so I just switch right in, and that's just GG. Lantern lead is a little weird. Weird for us, I mean, because it does have water moves, but Bastiodon's not the worst against it, but Spark's obviously helping it out as well. As soon as that Spark gets debuffed tomorrow at 12 Central Standard on Sunday, Bastiodon's actually going to be a little better against it. Obviously, if they're running Water Gun, it's going to be worse, but I'm going to just go for the full farm down here. Yeah, we are getting debuffed one time. But I can throw a move to get to the timer here, and I just want to do a little bit of damage to this Lantern. And then I'm going to switch out to the Wigglytuff and see what they have in the back. All right, they have a Mandibuzz, and that's GG. All right. Oh, this was the instant. Yeah. Alolan Ninetales into Bastiodon. They switch into Safe Swap of Umbreon. And we have the Wigglytuff. Although, to be fair, that team usually runs something like a Azumarill, or it used to run like Shadow Nidoqueen. Obviously, Shadow Nidoqueen not really in the meta too much anymore, but Shadow Nidoqueen would destroy our team. Yeah, but a Azumarill would have been okay, I guess. But yeah, no. All right. Oh, it could have been double dark as well with what? Scrafty? Ooh, Scrafty with counter power up punch actually would have been a little weird in the back there. All right, back into this matchup. So this person, I do remember they try to play out some sort of shield scenario here, but we live another grass knot. Bastiodon is just bulky as hell, y'all. So this is what I mean by just bulking out the front, the lead here. And I actually don't want them to get to a body slam. And they actually end up shielding this, and I was like, okay, that's weird. They're obviously got some sort of weird thing in the back where it's just counter coverages in the back. So maybe like Skarmory Whiscash, and I'm like, okay, well then I want to win switch. I want to see what they have. So I'm just going to shield their last body slam. They end up having a Wigglytuff, so this is great for us. I don't have the Wigglytuff into my Dragonair. And we have a little bit of a damage lead, plus I'm not going to throw a move, and they're probably going to end up throwing an Icy Wind, which means I'm going to get an extra charm through. So I'm going to shield this and go for the full farm down here. We are reduced in damage, but we can still farm down from here. And then I'll have the last move to throw into whatever's in the back. If I want to lower the damage, I can. And it ends up being a Mandibuzz. So yeah, they were triple weak to Bastiodon. Not the best thing in the world to be, but to be fair, Lickitung does do a decent amount. I don't think I'd go to any of the shield scenarios with the Lickitung. But you also need to somehow get rid of the Bastiodon. I don't know. Would it be tough? I guess I would still just come in Wigglytuff and go 0 shields Lickitung, and then come in Wigglytuff and go for the farm down against Bastiodon, which is asking a lot, but you could shield once and it would be fine. All right, we still have the Wigglytuff, and that's GG. Gligar lead. Obviously, this is kind of horrific. They can just throw in... It's also terrible because they can just throw an Aerial Ace here and then switch. They've gained shield advantage. They already have switch advantage. We're super far behind now. They do come in with an Annihilate. Luckily, we do have Aqua Tail for this. We'll see if they end up going for the shield or not. Probably we can go to a shield scenario. Oh, no, because I already used a shield, right? So I'm just going to try to preserve this shield and hope that Wiggly's going to be enough for everything in the back. It could be Mandibuzz. That's a pretty known team. But it could be like Shadow Whiscash as well, which might be kind of bad. Oh, we're hoping they come back in with Gligar. If they come back in with Gligar, we have chances. Lickitung. I mean, this is not bad either. Wigglytuff obviously double resisting the fast attack of Lick here. And we're reducing the damage overall, so I probably won't go for a shield here. And Bastiodon does do damage to Gligar, so maybe I can do some sort of catch in the back, or at some point I can... maybe I switch into Bastiodon here to try to take this... Ooh, I did try to switch. Okay, so now I want to go up to a move, which I think is one away, and then switch to Bastiodon. Okay, so I at least have a charge attack against this Gligar, and I'm going to be able to throw Stone Edge into this. I guess I'm just going to use the shield here and hope for the best. I think I... Do I want to throw a Stone Edge? I think I do. But the Lickitung is not... Is it going to be low enough to get Charmed down in the back if I throw an Icy Wind at this Gligar? I'm not too sure. Although we do survive a dig. They'd have to get to 2 digs. And yeah. The reason he doesn't throw a dig there is because he knows he has to try to get to 2. And so there's no reason to play out the scenario where he throws 1 dig and then puts his Lickitung in afterwards because he's just going to get KO'd. Anyways, yeah, I wanted to showcase this team. Again, not really the type of team I like to play. There's a lot of RPS to it, but I think I'm on 35 battles this season. I've won 25, so I have like a 70% win rate. 72%, I think that is. So obviously we're doing good here, even on the second day of Go Battle League, but... again, this is not the type of team I like to play, but I want to showcase the team to y'all because I know some of y'all will want to just get through your battles. Maybe you're more of a raider or a person who catches a lot of mon, and you have the XLs for like a Bastiodon, and you're like, I'm just going to make the biggest, baddest Bastiodon, and I'm going to just burn through my GBL sets, get the rewards from the season. Oh, that's another thing. Make sure you get your Go Battle League timed research from the shop. I think you only have 15 or 19 days or something like that to get it. So make sure you get it here at the start of the season so that you get all the Stardust rewards. There are 5 pages of rewards. It's probably like 100,000 total dust. And also it's 10 XL rare candies, which I know I want. So yeah, that can help you too if you're a raider. So if you're a raider or a person who catches a lot or has a lot of catches, maybe this is the type of team for you. Just burn through your sets as fast as possible, get through the winning track of the trainer research, and yeah. So hopefully this team helped you out. If you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed, and I'll see you in the next one. Hey, thank you for watching the video, and if you want to continue to support me, definitely click that subscribe button. You'll see any content coming out, and if you want another video on this same league for some more tips and tricks to other teams, check that video out right there, and I'll see you in the next one.